see what happens. I just sneezed and I think I gave myself a heart attack. What the hell's my keyframe? My keyframe is... Start up OBS, and at the bottom right hand corner, you're going to see record CPU frames, and then all the way to the right, kilobits per second. Okay, so let's ask Emperor Google. Okay, so that means you're losing connection up to wherever it is. Drop frames means the connection to the server isn't stable, or you can't keep up with your set bitrate because of this. The program was forced to drop some of the video frames in order to compensate. If you drop too many frames, right this, I don't know, I'm reading, so, I don't know. So, oh, I thought I was getting boobs. So, I ain't getting boobs. So, go to OBS, and hit settings on OBS, and let's check out what your rate is for bit rate. No. Leave your stream up. Just go to OBS. Okay. Yeah. See, you're okay. So go to settings. Go to output, and you're gonna see it says like a basic thing on top. Let me pull up my. Change that down to like 800. Change your bit rate down to like 800, and your audio output down to like 96. You may have to stop your stream to change it. Yeah, so change that to like 96 or something like that. And then hit OK and apply and all that fun stuff. And now what's your kilobits per second? We're at 1,000 still. Okay, so stop your stream, restart your stream. Let's see what we're getting. I'm still gotta figure out this keyframe thing. Oh, let's do the keyframe thing. So I can spell frame rate. Hopefully it was.
Does this need some rum?
Slightly. Oh, hey, that's for that. Yes, it's going to slightly reduce your quality, but if it keeps a more stable connection, we go with that. And we're just dropping it down to 800 just to see if this has any effect whatsoever.
I thought you were saying yes, it needs some rum.
Yeah, let me That's good. Yeah. So it's definitely affected your, like on Twitch, or on Mixer. I'm watching you. Affected on your quality on Mixer. On Twitch, it's affected a little bit. Like it's affected more when you get into motion. But again, this is just to test. It's grainy at the moment, but this is, as I said, this is just to test to see what it's going to feel like. But you know what, though? As I said, this is just a test. This is... seeing any difference right now, other than the quality that you're streaming at, which we expected. We expected to see a quality difference, which is fine. But I'm not seeing any dropped keyframes. Go get into some action. Get into some, because that's where like go get into some crazy stuff going on. Until we find that sweet spot, until we find those drop frames start to happen. And we're just gonna have them watch yours. So we're gonna be watching. Yeah, Roadhouse. You mean like I drive? Oh, hey, actually, there's a funny story I got for you. Oh, but what? What was your? Mm. Yes, it is a dangerous way to drive a car. So, oh, is that where I set my keyframe? That's my downscaler. Okay, so story time with Cecil. So, I have got to remember that I'm in a Mustang now because I've always driven the Tiburon for so long, and when I would do punchy stuff and get all crazy and grindy, yeah, we definitely got to up you from 800 because watching your feed now is it's almost it's yeah it's like watching bad porn on Pornhub through an old flip phone. That's what it looks like right now.
Are you talking to Derek?
No, Blue Shark. But hey, if we're not dropping frames and we don't get anything blown up, then we know what we need to do. We just got to start eking that bit rate up until we finally find a good sweet spot. I just jacked it down to 800 because, like, 800 is still, it's super low, but it's still, you can see, yeah, still see what's going on. It's just, it's not dandy. All right, so it looks good here. My Twitch didn't drop once, so why don't you kill OBS and let's pump that up to like 1200. See what we're getting. I'm broadcasting. What the hell am I broadcasting? Did that just say Diablo 3? I'm not broadcasting Diablo 3. Hmm.
I put new batteries in this thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it buzz and vibrate now?
No, it blinks every once in a while.
Try to 1200. Let's try 1200. We're gonna add 400 to it, so half. We're gonna add 50% to what it was. Okay, go in the bedroom. Like leave it in here. Here, let me see that.
I just want to. It still isn't saying anything on there though.
Okay, well leave it in here for a bit and see if it starts to communicate. 1200, we should be live. So. Okay, I am seeing it. Oh yeah, that looks significantly better. Man, does that look better. Let me see what Mixer looks like. Oh yeah, yeah, move some. Get some movement. Oh yeah, look at that. God, that is night and day difference. Yeah, when you get some like major movement going on, you got a little bit of pixelization. And you got a little bit of pixelization, but I mean, compared to what it was, this is astounding. Okay, so you got any drop frame rate? Oh yeah, I can see you moving around. The motion blur is pretty bad, so you don't want to do too big emotions there, but You get any drop frames? You getting any? How's it looking? All right, so let's do this. Stop it. What did we put at? 1400, 1200. Okay, so put it up to, let's say, 1500, and then do an extensive test of that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it open on the right side of the screen here. All right, and I've got your Twitch and I've got your mixer up on the right hand side screen here. And we're just gonna do an extensive test of this guy, see what happens. Looks decent. It doesn't look horrible. Looks decent. Let's go from there. All right. So now the worst part of the whole test. Hey, you got to play video games for like the next 30 minutes. What is that? My flower?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw it.
Totally open.
I know. I mean, it's pretty interesting how you got everything behind that thing in focus. That's actually pretty impressive since I try to do that and I can't do that. So it's pretty amazing how you got everything behind it in focus, but the actual flower itself you have not in focus whatsoever. That's actually impressive.
You have about 13 other buds up there too.
Oh, I love it when all those buds are there.
Yeah.
13 other buds? Yeah. Yeah. Just I'm going to end the call now, and I'm just going to watch you for the next 30 minutes and see if I get any drops. I've got both of them up and running, so if I get any drops whatsoever, randomly just check, make sure that you don't have any frames lost. Anything less than like 0.5% is not something to care about. But if it goes over, like when you're at 2%, that's I was like, nah, there's something wrong there. If you get no frame loss whatsoever, so if you get 0%, you could probably eke your bitrate up even higher if you'd like. And then just what I would do from this point on though is move it up like 100 bits per second at a time. You know. How often should I move it up? My honest opinion, I would give it an extensive test. Give it a good 30 minutes to an hour. And if you're getting 0 frames or less than 0.5% frame drop, see, like if you start getting frame drops, that's about where you want to stop. Anything less than 0.5% of frame drops shouldn't be that bad. But if you start going over top of that, that's where you got to start worrying and going, maybe I need to eke this down a bit. Let me actually hear what the sound. You know what? I don't have my sound on for you. Hold on, let me check the sound. No, it sounds great, man. It actually sounds really great. Okay. Except I sound like I'm a mile away. Is that how I normally sound? No, I also have you turned the hell down. Oh, okay. Thank God. Like, Jesus, I sound like I'm 8 miles away. It's like, no wonder it sounds horrible on the thing whenever I do that. I cut you down like half. It's logical. Alrighty, well, I'm going to keep your stream up. Good luck. Yeah, I'm going to kill my Discord, but you can leave yours up because, I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter if you leave yours up. I would say leave it up just because if you ever do any major streaming again, or if you're going to do any like computer stream or something like that, you're probably going to have Discord up and running with it. Okay. And then just Control C there on that command prompt. And that should end the actual ping itself, and then you can just type exit there and it'll exit out. I would say give it 30 minutes. If you get 0 frame percentage, bump it up 100. and then slowly work your way up there. I mean, you're at a spot right now where it looks good. It doesn't look horrible. The higher you go, just the crisper it's going to get. So let's say that you were going for, hey, I'm going to start looking into professional streaming. If that were the case, go get a new computer. If that's not the case, if you just want to stream for fun, you just want to get some stuff out there and for it to look decent, work your way up like 100 at a time, and then slowly eke your way, until you finding frame drops. And then once you find frame drops, that's where you go, okay, time to back off, etc., etc. All right. So I think we've made some headway. I think we've actually made some really good headway here.
Yeah, we have. Just, I don't know. At this point, I kind of wanted the excuse to buy the computer.
I know. And just in case, I'm not saying don't go get it, because honestly, I think it's going to be $1,400 well spent. That's not the top of the line gaming computer.
Hang on.
What?
I just had a freeze on Xbox.
Hold on, I'm looking here. Okay, I'm seeing.
A lag.
No. I saw.
Jumping up.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of frame degradation, but I'm not seeing a drop.
Okay.
I saw a little bit of frame degradation. I'm seeing a little bit of freeze right now. No, it's still moving. It's still moving. Screw that.
Sorry. I'll keep moving around. I'm moving back and forth to the side, left to right.
No,
Not actually drop any frames.
no, it looks good. It looks good. I say little things like that are going to happen. You're going to get little degradations. I mean, that's kind of part of life. Until you get something like a game capture card where it's actually capturing the stream directly from your Xbox. Doing this, you're going to get little artifacty things like that. That happens. It's when you're going on the cheap end of just trying to be able to stream but still talk on Discord, still use OBS, all that stuff, you get little things like that. That's not the end of the world. That's typical. Happens to me all the time.
Alright. But you were saying,
No.
$1,400
No, I was to say, I mean, not to deter you away from buying a new machine, I am the first person to advocate for, hey, go get new hardware, because the only thing it's going to do is it's going to bump up our ability to play together on other stuff, like on Steam and on Diablo, and hell, if you got that computer, you could play Destiny 2 on your computer.
We'll see about that.
I'm not saying you will. I'm saying you can. Well, you can use your controller on the PC. You know that, right? Well, funny thing is that Bungie did a little thing where they kept aim assist on for your controller. So if you have your controller plugged in and you're playing on PS or on PC, auto aim or the aim assist is still on. So the thing that you have on console that really makes it easy to play is still there.
So you're saying that it's a level playing field between myself and PC player.
Hell no.
That's what I'm getting at.
I'm absolutely not saying that. I'm just saying that it makes it a little bit easier.
My controller, and I'll get my ass handed to me.
Or you could just brush the dust off those mouse and keyboard skills. Come rock the house.
You see that? See that on the camera?
Not yet. I'm waiting for it.
My mouse.
So we would have to get you a new mouse too, is what you're saying. That's what you're saying. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah, I hear more money, more. No, I'm good.
Money. Alrighty, man. I'm gonna back at a call here, and I'm gonna keep an eye on your stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the restream IO in here in a second once I respond to the girlfriend.
Cool. Well, good luck, Godspeed, and have fun.
Alright, thanks, man.
All right. What up, GNA.com. Just got your message. Not too much. How you feeling, man? I've been helping out Blue with his OBS woes, with his streaming woes. I think we may have figured it out. I think his... Go ahead. He's my boy. Blue's always my boy. My boy, Blue. You're my boy. I think we figured it out. I think his bit rate was set too high for his computer. So he was streaming at a bit rate that his computer could not handle punching out. So we lowered that down, and we're getting much better frame rate, less frame lag, less frame drops. With streaming? Well, you use an OBS? You ever change the settings? All right. Say then, whatever your settings are at. Yeah, mine stays pretty solid. I don't know that we have enough. I mean, it's a bit late for me to start a raid. So I was trying to start it at 7 o'clock. How goes, Signor Jimmy? How do you feel, good sir? Starting what? Dude, we don't have enough people. There's nothing to start. Yeah, I kind of was trying to avoid LFG as much as humanly possible. I mean, my last LFG worked out okay. It's just I had to deal with some person with a synthesizer on their voice, and it was driving me absolutely bonkers. Yeah, except they had like this weird anime synthesizer on, and it was horrid. I mean, they were a decent player. Don't get me wrong; they were a decent player and all, but I could have lived life happy without that synthesizer. You just broke up horribly there, Grave Mutt. Well, that's sacrilege. You shouldn't do that. And shame on you for attempting such. Probably should turn up the sound again, since I'm no longer doing stuff that requires no sound. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hello. Nutwork. I much prefer nutmeg. Well, instead of nutwork, I mean, just nutwork sounds weird.
Kids in bed.
What's up, honey?
I said, kids in bed.
Oh, kids in bed. Got it. That one's still got stuff in it. What are you doing?
Well, I was going to put it in recycling, and then I realized there was still stuff in it. Need some rum?
God, yes.
Any particular kind?
Why does my wife ask me what type of rum I want? It's rum. I want rum. Is it rum?
How about tequila?
Tequila and Coke?
I could give you bourbon. That was the not so good one, right?
I do have all my nightfalls. I can do a, I can do an arms dealer.
In the big gulp.
I don't even have that strike.
You can leave the bottle. It's okay. What's your light level, Grave? You don't want to do that strike. That didn't work. I was trying to free all the Vex.
Are you expecting any more shipments
Yes, always.
in the coming future here shortly?
Yes, always.
Okay. I need like bubble wrap or the puffy stuff if you can't get it. Okay.
Alright.
To send all these picture frames in a way that hopefully they won't get smashed in transit.
Yeah, I've got that monitor coming in, babe.
Alright.
Are you the other one that's watching the test stream?
Negative Ghost Rider. I've got Blue Shark stream up. Actually, I've got both of his in Mixer and Twitch.
I'm just informing
Did you have two bots?
I'm just informing you so that you don't throw it out before I get a
Alright.
chance to nab it from you. Or pop it or any of that mess. So I'm just asking you to set it aside for me.
Yeah, I think I've got mine at. I had mine at 1080 at 60, and it was looking pretty good. But I dropped mine down to 720. Help with. Oh yeah, if you're getting stutters. What's your? Does it say you're dropping any frames? Look in OBS. Does it say any frame drop? Yeah, your bit rate's way high then. Something's wrong with your bit rate. Because that's what we just went with Blue Shark. He was getting. Yeah, drop it down to like 2400. See what you get. Well, then you got to up your connection to the server. Not if you're dropping 5% of your frames. Well, this is not the way to go. Order up. Yeah, unfortunately, that's pretty much all you got right now, and the rest of the adventures and the rest of the other quests. See, the problem with Destiny 2 is not that it lacks content. It has a ton of content. There's just no motivation to do any of it. Story, that's about it. And there's no motivation for you to do it. I don't know. I like the story. I think it's definitely worth finding out more. Well, that's what I mean. The adventures and stuff increase on the overarching, not necessarily, not necessarily the specific main quest. I mean, yes, it does expand more on the main quest. Yeah, I know. Most people don't like to like it. Most people do not like to admit when I'm right. It's not your computer. It's not your box. It's your connection. It's just it's unfortunate that that's it. It's just that's what it is. I actually just upped mine, and I'm like I couldn't be happier. I'm pleased as a friggin' peacock. Yeah. Yeah, I think mine is. I don't even know what mine up is. 10 or 8, 8 or 10, 12 maybe up. Google Files or the Google Fiber. Yeah, Verizon's got Fios. Yeah, Verizon's got the Fios thing going on too, which makes it pretty nice. What the hell is that noise? It sounds like a vacuum cleaner. I can run Crucible. You need Crucible? Yeah, I am not. I am not sweaty enough for trials. Not yet. That is a level of stress I do not want. Yeah. It's all good. Well, maybe we can get a raid going this weekend because I know Zyber needs to do the raid. Ah, crap. Yeah, he's only got Saturday and Sunday, so that messes that up a bit. Yeah, my only problem is we might be recording Friday since Saturday and Sunday might turn into a wash for recording. So I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work. But I will keep it open as of this moment. Borderlands? Destiny did? Yeah, people have been complaining about that a bunch. I think I've only had the game crash on me like once. Yeah, I'm not, I think I'm marginally overclocked. I think I'm from 3.4 to 3.6. So I'm not really overclocked all that much. I beg to differ with that statement. Your CPU overclock can cause some major errors, especially some kernel errors, which would cause blue screens and major crashings. Mm, both are a result. But hey, what do I know? I haven't been doing this stuff for a while. Yeah. Oh, really? Turd. Oh, shit. I'm just doing my quests now to try to get my exotics and whatnot. Because I haven't done that on any of these yet, so I figure might as well get it done. This is the longest lasting bow I think I've ever seen in my entire life. My god, it just finally got done. Okay, so Stranger Things 2. Have you watched it? Oh my god. Oh man. Well, are you liking it? Are you not liking it? Do you feel, I don't know.
The last bit we saw.
Well, hold on. Before you go on, Timmy, have you seen it? Okay, good. Okay, go ahead, Grave. I just didn't want to give anything away.
It's like it's the little tadpole thing that he found.
Dart.
Yeah, Dart ate the cat.
Oh yeah, okay. So you just found out that Dart is a demigorgon.
Yeah, which I had kind of assumed that when they first found it.
Yeah, I mean it was totally predictable, but it was like, well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I can convince myself it's not. Yeah, it totally is.
Well, it was more like it's probably is, but maybe they could turn it into a good one since he's like raising it, but it turned out that way. Unless it does turn out that way.
Well, fear not, Mr. Gravemind. You shall see shortly whether you are correct, incorrect, or maybe a little bit of both. All right, Timmy, what's going on in the background of you? That is that yeah, that is not a chew toy. That is a rhythmic. That is a rhythmic something. Turn on my stream, Timmy.
So the front fans on my computer case have a filter. I haven't quite figured out how to get the filter off. I need to get it off to play in, but I still can't get it out from the bottom.
What the misadventure? Really? Splash damage from that? They couldn't even see me. I need more rum.
Need more VR goggles. I bet I could try to activate the microphone.
Oh, didn't realize you were with me, Timmy. When you talk, you don't hear anything? Hang on. Go ahead. Now try it. I turned you up way louder. Say, because if you can't hear my gunfire, because you're louder than my gunfire. Okay, you got to turn up your volume then. Your volume in Twitch. Because if you can't hear my gunfire, it means your volume is down.
My volume in Twitch is now all the way up.
Okay, so check the volume on your computer.
Alright, start shit. I can't hear you.
Well, that's what Crucible in the first one was. You can only hear me on Twitch, or you can only hear me talking in Discord.
I don't know. It just seems like it's more like in the first one, if you came up on two people, you at least stood a chance to kill both. But this one just doesn't. It seems like you come up against two people, you're just dead.
Yeah, that's pretty correct.
I also don't like how it lies and counts assists in your efficiency.
Hmm.
You can be honest with me. I can handle the truth.
Yeah, it's definitely you, Timmy, because I just muted Gravemind.
What?
No, I just muted you for a second to see if you were the person with that weird feedback, but it's definitely not you.
Well, I am using just some cheapo phone headphones.
Now, it almost sounds like people.
Me in the background.
Yeah, it must be like a TV or something, because I'm definitely hearing somebody talk.
But I only hear it when your mic activates.
Correct.
That's some screen tearing right there. That's what that is. I am glad they at least brought back a few maps from the first game.
Hmm. I mean, I can still hear it, but it's not as prominent. It's all good. I mean, don't fret too much about it. It's just it was obnoxiously loud earlier.
I didn't really think that it was ever that bad.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's I just got Timmy turned up louder than you, but it was like every time Timmy was talking, it was getting this. It almost sounded like a vacuum in the back. I was like, wow, that is loud.
To me, it sounded like a fan, maybe.
Yeah,
Laptop? You think it's a laptop fan?
Possibility.
maybe.
What about
I would think so. Alrighty, well, it being 9:05, I guess I will clock out. Yeah, well, I knew I wasn't gonna have all evening to raid.